All right. So we're going to talk about how we create content from a YouTube video. We're going to be using this a lot. And it's not just a YouTube video, but for this case, we're going to use a YouTube video. So what I want to do is go through and just show you, we pulled a YouTube video up over here and hopefully it doesn't play. We grabbed the link to share it. We also can go down here and grab the transcript if we want. You get down to the bottom. So we can come over here and we can come down, and if it shows a transcript, we can grab the transcript right here. I do that if Notebook LM doesn't pick up from the link. So just a little shortcut there. But what we do is we come in here and we'll grab that YouTube video. It will add that as a source. So you click up here, add source, and you can come over here. You can paste the text, which is if I grab the transcript is what I will do. I can grab a YouTube video and stick it in here. I can grab something from Google Drive. I can upload a PDF. There's all kinds of cool things I can do. But that's kind of where we start this process. So after a few seconds, it will give you something that looks like this. And I look at it, I'm like, okay, it's all well and good. And the other thing I like to do though is it's before I start having a conversation, because you can have a conversation with it down in here. We gotta select a source. Can't have a conversation unless you have a source. So we can come here and start typing and we can ask it all kinds of questions about what's in this source. The other thing we can do is go over here and start clicking buttons. Now I would tell you if you're new to Notebook LM, go click buttons and see what happens. So I clicked on here and it gave me an infographic. And you're going to see a pretty cool little infographic that it took whatever, 15, 20 seconds for it to create. And boom, check us out. That's a great infographic for the topic that we're talking about. So that's a thing that you can do. If you're studying stuff, you can do flashcards. If you're building out something, you use a mind map. You can do a video overview, which I've done. I'm not going to play this, but it basically does a review of what is inside of the source, and then it creates a video on it. It's kind of cool. You can create slide decks. You can create quizzes, which is kind of cool, depending on what you're trying to do with your content. You can do audio overviews very similar to this. Slide deck. So I really like the slide deck. So I created a slide deck. And let me go find a slide deck. You see I hit that button three times. Let's go see if I can find my original one. This will be the original one right here. And so here's a slide deck that it created. These are really, really good slides, right? And so it created all of these and it goes along with the video that I put on there. Pretty cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. So we go all the way through here and it takes you all the way down to the bottom. You get the last slide. So boom, you're done. You click download, it downloads it as a PDF. And so we're going to fix that here in a little bit. So pretty good looking video. So let's go back here real quick to the studio and let's go grab one of these. So I clicked it again and said, let's try something different and see what it gave me. It didn't change everything up a lot, but it did change it up a little bit. So you have a little different front page down here. And then when this thing finally loads, you'll see there'll be a little bit different last page down here as well. So it can give you different things. You can test it out and see what you like. You can pull it down here. You can copy and paste. You can do whatever. What I'm saying is you have options. So that is that. Let's see. What else did I do here that I think might be noteworthy? Probably nothing much. Okay, let's look at this here. So we pulled up a study guide. You read this here, it gives you all kinds of information that you can use. I'm not going to go through all of this, but obviously you can see it takes the script and then uses its AI to come back and give you a good report and a good guide of what's going on here. All right, so that's a quick overview of Notebook LM. Then I can type in here. So let's try something real quick. What are the top 5 things I should take away from this video? So now it's going to come over here. It's going to spit this out. You see down here, it gives you some prompts here that you can kind of hit your thing. Just kind of hit it and it does its own thing. So here it gives it. It says, these are the top 5 things. Pretty cool, right? So now if I want, I can say this is a note. I can copy this and go put it somewhere. I can say I like it or I don't like it. Save it as a note. It's going to come up as a note over here. And I'm going to show you something cool. Click on this here, convert it to a source, and now you'll have this document over here that you can ask questions with and work with. Yeah, it's kind of cool. All right, so that is that. I think that pretty much covers everything that I want to go over on Notebook LM. So what do we do with this information? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. So up here, I am in my Claude account. So what I did was I took that PDF right here and I put it in here. It says, I would like you to create me a YouTube script based on this. Now you see, I've got my own YouTube script creator. And so this is all of my voice and my stuff. And so it created this script. So I thought that was kind of cool. So now I don't want a PDF. I could go in there and have somebody turn it into a PowerPoint presentation or a Google presentation, but that's not what I wanted. So I came back over here to the next step of this. We're getting here slowly but surely. As I said, get rid of that. So if I get back up here at top, now I want you to take this PDF and I want you to create me into a PowerPoint presentation. And so it did. It went through. I had to answer a couple of questions for. I answered the questions and voila, I have it here. I uploaded it to my Google Drive. And that's what we have right here. All right, follow me with this. So now we have an entire presentation that I can take in and give to my video guy and say, Vince, I want you to take this presentation here. I want you to sync it up with the audio that I gave him. That's for a different talk, by the way. So we can use 11 Labs and we can use HeyGen to create videos and audios in my voice. So I gave him that. And I said, now I want you to take the audio from that and I want you to match it up with this video or this presentation. And so he'll do that. We don't have it done yet, but it will be done and we'll have it up here probably Monday. But this is how we create content. How cool is this? I mean, really, when you get right down to it, this is like the easiest thing in the world. You find something you like over here in YouTube. Hey, I really like this stuff. I don't want to copy their stuff word for word. You see, he's got a 21-minute video. Ours is going to end up being about 7 or 8 minutes. We bring it over here and we stick it in here and we do our own research. We add our own spin to it. We talk about things that we want to talk about. We take away from what he did. And once it's all done, we ask it to give us some stuff over here. And so it gives us all this cool stuff. What I really like is now when I need an image to go up on Facebook, I have an image to go on Facebook. By the way, quick edit, you can get rid of that. Not on here, but if you have any kind of audio or image editing tool, you can get rid of that. So this is really cool. I've got this really cool thing that I can post in all kinds of places. I've got my script now when it's all said and done that I will run into. I can run this as a straight video of me talking. So if you want to see what that looks like, it's going to take a second for it to load, but this is what that looks like. Let me turn this up so you can hear it. Disregard my slow internet. Well, maybe we won't get to hear it. Anyhow, it creates this video, and we can get rid of this summary over here. Yeah, that's going to be a real pain in the butt today. We're not going to deal with that. I'll pause that thing. But it created a video, and I wish you could hear it. It's in my voice, or close enough that the vast majority of the population out there is not going to know the difference. So we've got a video up here that we can do. So there's all kinds of cool things that we can do. When we're done, we'll have another presentation that we'll do. We'll post that up on YouTube. And so people can go there and look at it and they can get the full meal deal. That's how we create content. Do I do all this myself? Absolutely not. We're building out the SOPs for this. So I'm doing a lot of this right now in the beginning. But pretty soon my job will be the guy to find some ideas. Well, actually, Chris will find the ideas. She'll send them to me, and then I'll go find the content that we want to use for those ideas, the ones that we like, and then we'll run it through this process. And so think how easy it's going to be to create content. When it's all said and done, we should be able to post or do 3 YouTube videos a week. From there, I didn't show you some other things that we're going to do because there's other. So Opus Clips, we'll use that and we'll pull all our reels and shorts and all that kind of fun stuff that we can do. There's tons of different things you can do with this content. So I can create a blog post out of it. So I can come back over here at the very beginning and say, hey, let me get rid of this. Hey, I want you to create me a blog post for this. It will create a blog post. I'm not going to want that blog post in those words. So I'll come back over here into one of my projects in Claude and say, hey, I need you to go ahead and rewrite this blog post in my style, tone, and voice. And it will do that. And it would go post it on the blog. Again, I'm not going to do that. That's going to be for Chris or one of the other people. They will come in here and grab all this stuff. So we can create, 200-300 pieces of content a week, fairly easy, and get it published. Just imagine over the course of 6 months, 9 months, a year, what it is that your social media is going to look like, what it is that your online presence is going to look like. This is the easiest way to create content. Anyway, thought I would share that with you. We are adding things to automate some more of this stuff down the road, but that's kind of the beginning of what's happening. Man, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, man, hit me up and ask.